Hello Photoshoppers, it's Rebecca again, and I'm going to show you how to make a really cool text effect using the custom font that we just installed into our font libraries, as well as the custom brushes we just installed into our brush libraries. So let's go ahead and make a new file in Photoshop. You can hit Command N or go to File New, and we want our width to be 11 inches and our height to be 8.5 inches. So it's basically a letter size page but laid out in landscape horizontally. So go ahead and click OK. And now choose our type tool, horizontal type tool. You can hit the T hotkey and place it in the middle of your canvas. And then go ahead and type in there, out, return to get you. What? Yes, they're out to get you. So now you can highlight your font, your text here, and then in your character panel, in the text drop-down menu, go ahead and click the drop-down menu, and you can start typing in something strange because that's the font that we chose. And now you can see it's starting to get a little more themed. And 60 points is pretty small for what we're doing. Let's go ahead and change that to 150. And then now we have a good size font. So it doesn't matter what color the font is for this particular exercise. I'm going to go ahead and center it up, and my alignment is also centered. So if you don't know how to do that, you can just highlight your text, and then up at the top, since you have your text tool selected in the properties panel up here, there are the different paragraph layouts, and we're going to choose center text. Great. So now what I want you to do is choose your Move tool or hit V on your keyboard. Go to File, Place Embedded. And now I want you to choose the thriller.jpg image from the Downloads folder. Okay, great. So as long as you see that X across your image, it means that it's in transform mode. So hit return to commit to it. And then we can go ahead and make some magic. In your layers panel, I'm going to scoot everything up so you can see my layers panel a little bit better. There we go. If you hover between the two layers, the thriller and the they're out to get you layer, hover over that middle line there and hold down the Option key, and notice that your cursor turns into a little arrow with a square next to it. While you're holding down Option, click one time with your mouse and it automatically makes it a mask. How cool is that? So cool. So now you're able to move around whatever layer that you have selected. So we still have our thriller layer selected. So let's go ahead and move it around. I'm going to get it so that we can see his eyes in the R. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, MJ, we miss you. So now we have this pretty cool effect that looks great just as it is, but let's make it a little bit even more creepier. Go ahead and select the text layer, okay, and we need to rasterize this layer. You can do that by going to Layer, Rasterize, where are you? There you are, Rasterize Type, or you can right-click on the layer and choose Rasterize Type from there. So there's a couple ways to do it. Now you notice that this is uneditable text. This is just a regular old image layer now. With this image layer still selected, sorry, the second layer there, let's go ahead and go to our paintbrushes. And my paintbrush is still loaded with the last brush that I added to my library. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller by hitting my open bracket on my keyboard. And then I'm going to click somewhere and it starts to show, let me undo that last one. It starts to show the background. So let's go ahead and choose another brush, one that we just added, these splash ones. Let's choose it, click around. Okay, let's do another one. I don't want to interfere too much, and I also don't want it to look like perfectly spread out. Okay, how about another one? So some of these brushes, depending on the opacity of the original image that we used to sample to create the custom brush, are going to be really light. So that last one I just did, you can see that the opacity is really subtle. It's nice. And some of them are more dense. So, I mean, you can go crazy with this and show more of the background. The only thing when working with brushes is that you know, you can tell which brush has been used over and over again. Let me go back a couple steps because I just did like an echoing effect. So you want to try to not make like a grid out of your brushes. But now it looks a little more splashed up and, you know, kind of gory and but still cool. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned a lot, and I can't wait to see your next piece.